is a game changer.
Deal or No Deal Island, next Monday on NBC and Peacock.
It's the last night of battles.
I'm so excited for this. I can listen to you all day.
I was really impressed. I wish I would have kept going.
One more song. The Voice.
Check your cameras. Trust only the best. Protect your family, home, or business with 24/7 armed response.
Perimeter secure.
Remember, AmeriGuards it.
Lithia Subaru of Fresno proudly supports tonight's first segment of Local News That Matters. A Community Commitment Award winner, Lithia Subaru of Fresno. KSEE 24 News begins with your forecast first from your local weather authority.
Good evening to you. I'm forecaster Karen Cruz Orduña in for Chief Meteorologist AJ Fox. This is our current view right now outside of our KSEE 24 studios. You do see some cloud cover, but overall it's clear with a mixture of clear, and it is a half moon night tonight. As we look at our wind speeds right now in the singular digits, as we look 8 miles an hour in Lemoore, our live radar showing us some spots in the foothills area and a little bit in the mountains area, but overall pretty clear for the most part. Our current temperatures in the 50s and 40s, just depending where you are located. Now we do have a high pressure bringing some warmer temperatures for a few days, but we also have some rain in the forecast. I have that breakdown coming up. But for now, KSEE 24 News at 11 starts right now.
Local news that matters. This is KSEE 24 News at 11.
An ongoing salary controversy at Valley Children's Hospital, with some saying the CEO is making too much money compared to the staff. Good evening, and thank you so much for joining us. I'm Catherine Phillips. We are continuing our coverage of the Valley Children's Hospital CEO salary revelations. Fresno County District Attorney Lisa Smitkamp speaking with us today, saying while she is not on the specific board that approved of Todd Centropak's over $5 million salary and $5 million forgivable home loan, she does support it. City Council member Gary Bredefield says it's a misuse of tax dollars. Fresno County District Attorney Lisa Smitkamp opening up Monday about why she supports Valley Children's CEO Todd Centropak's over $5 million salary and $5 million forgivable home loan.
We have a world-class hospital right here in the Central Valley because it is managed by a world-class administrative staff.
Recently, tax documents showing Centropak's salary and retention package came to light. On March 20th, City Council members Gary Bredefield and Miguel Arias held a press conference calling for an investigation into the multi-million-dollar compensation package for Centropak and other executives. Smitkamp, an unpaid member of the hospital's board of trustees, says she supports Centropak's salary package. However, she says she was not on the healthcare board that decided his salary or came up with the terms for his forgivable home loan.
Because it is a large salary and the retention bonus is, significant. But I have to go back to the industry standards. There's a lot of us that do jobs that require us to work 7 days a week and way in excess of 40 hours a week that don't make near those salaries. And I get that. I get that people have issues with that. And in the realm of business that Todd Centropak is in, this is the industry standard.
However, a search into the salaries of the CEOs at other top children's hospitals proves Centropak's salary is still much higher than some of the country's largest children's hospitals in the state and nation. The CEO of world-renowned St. Jude Children's Hospital made $1.5 million in 2021. The same year, Centropak brought in $5.1 million for base pay and bonuses. The CEO of Children's Hospital Los Angeles made $1.7 million. In 2021, there were only 2 children's hospital CEOs who made more than Centropak. Reports show the CEO of Texas Children's Hospital in Houston made over $8 million in 2021, and the CEO of the Children's Hospital in Philadelphia made just under $8 million that same year. Smitkamp says he earns it. When asked about Bredefield's and Arias' claims about possible misuse of tax dollars, Smitkamp disagrees.
the city nor the county of Fresno funds the hospital. The hospital is a nonprofit organization. You know, there's a lot of different revenue streams that go into the hospital, but there are no issues with service to children based on the administrator staff.
However, Butterfield says it's not true that taxpayers aren't impacted, considering the majority of Valley Children's families receive state and federal aid in the form of Medi-Cal and Medicare.
Well, it's Medi-Cal dollars. It's a nonprofit hospital, and it clearly looks like CEOs and executives are enriching themselves, but I think it's important for the community who's been asked to donate their dollars, their cents, at restaurants, at Kids Day. There needs to be accountability and transparency.
Butterfield also alleging the $5 million forgivable home loan that was used to buy a house in Carmel by the Sea may not have actually been a loan.
I do not know, but I do know there's not a lien on the property, which means it's not really a loan. If you have a property and there's a loan, there's a lien on it. There's no lien on the property.
We did reach out to Valley Children's for more information about the terms of the home loan, but a spokesperson says no one was available to comment or provide an interview. The Merced County Sheriff's Office is asking for your help in identifying the person responsible for an armed attempted robbery in a check fraud case in Planada. Police say they are looking for this man. Various search warrants have been served for the attempted robbery and check fraud. While serving the warrants, police seized a ghost gun, ammunition, firearm accessories, and several fraudulent checks. Detectives arrested Jamie Lynn Garcia for an attempted robbery. They are now searching for this person who's in these photos on your screen right now in connection to the case. You are asked to call the Merced County Sheriff's Office with any information. And a manhunt is underway after a man was fatally shot in southwest Fresno this weekend. Today, police identifying the victim. Around 4:20 Saturday morning, police got a 3-round shot spotter activation on O'Neill Avenue near Plumas. Officers found 47-year-old Ryan Licor near a gate that led to an alleyway with a gunshot wound. He died at the scene. Police say they found shell casings along with other evidence that suggests that a weapon was used in the shooting was a handgun. Witnesses say they heard an argument between two people before shots were fired. Police are asking for anyone with surveillance in the area to check their cameras and report any suspicious activity. This is the 7th murder in the city of Fresno so far this year. Today, a man who was beat, robbed, and killed a former U.S. Coast Guard member was sentenced to 15 years to life. Prosecutors say this man, 37-year-old Joseph Wright, beat 78-year-old Frank Moore at a Clovis Dollar Tree at Herndon and Clovis Avenue in December of 2022. Moore suffered a head injury, which led to his death. Police were able to connect Wright to the assault after they found him with Moore's cell phone. And a crash in Reedley today leaves one person dead, another with life-threatening injuries. It happened at the intersection of Buttonwillow and Parlier Avenues. The CHP says around 3:30 this afternoon, the driver of a Ford Focus ran a stop sign and went into the path of a pickup truck. Officers say the woman driving the Ford has life-threatening injuries. A passenger in the car died. The pickup driver was not hurt. Sean P. Diddy Combs has multiple houses raided today by federal officials. Reporter Rachel Mintoff from our sister station KTLA has details on today's raid.
Homeland Security Investigations, or HSI, out of New York says it executed law enforcement actions in the 200 block of Mapleton Drive as part of an ongoing investigation. Sky 5 overhead shows large SWAT vehicles, federal agents in bulletproof vests, and people detained in handcuffs outside of this upscale Holmby Hills home, believed to belong to Sean Diddy Combs, or P. Diddy. A car at the home came back to Bad Boy Productions, which is his company. His neighbors allege wild parties at all hours of the night.
I used to see black Suburbans, cars, Uber drivers late night after we came back from clubbing or partying, and I never really thought anything of it. And now obviously this came out, and now it's like, wow, like that's crazy. I didn't know it's crazy.
I'm shocked and not shocked. You know, like, do you hear all the rumors and all of this stuff that goes on about like the wild sex parties and stuff, and like all of the things he has people do to become famous? You know, he uses his power to manipulate others, and I'm really happy this is finally coming to an end.
According to TMZ, P. Diddy's LA and Miami homes are both being raided. The outlet says this appears to be tied to sex trafficking allegations, which have been levied against Diddy in recent months from different plaintiffs. We spoke to our legal expert, Allison Treasel. She says this is a well-orchestrated operation, and it's standard procedure to detain anyone inside the home until the search is complete.
So today we witnessed a pretty well executed and planned search warrant. And in order for that to have taken place, a judge had to sign a search warrant. And what the officers from Homeland Security would have been looking for is any evidence of a crime.
One man is dead and his brother is injured after a mountain lion attack in Northern California. 21-year-old Taylon Brooks died on Saturday, but his 18-year-old brother Wyatt was able to escape and call for help. It happened in El Dorado County near Sacramento as the two brothers were shed hunting, which is the practice of searching for antlers dropped by deer, often to sell. The mountain lion attacked Wyatt, the younger brother, first, but Taylon went in to save him and lost his life in the process.
Taylon, out of that love for his brother, began to attack the lion to try to get it off. Wyatt fought for his brother to a point where he was unable to any further.
Medical was with the first patient, 18-year-old male, who last saw his brother, a 21-year-old male, pinned down by the mountain lions. Deputies found a location of blood splatter with a hat and drag marks.
When sheriff's deputies arrived, they found that Taylon was already dead. Wyatt has undergone several surgeries and is expected to recover. It's the first deadly mountain lion attack in California in 20 years. KSEE24 is your local election headquarters, with supporters of Prop 1 promising billions in homeless and mental health resources celebrating its close passing. Opponents still have lots of questions. Our Ben Morris reports with the possible pros and cons to the state proposition.
The victory celebration is underway for supporters of California's Prop 1, won by only 30,000 votes in the March 5th primary. The ballot measure aims to provide 11,000 beds for severe mental health needs, invest $1 billion in veteran resources for those experiencing homelessness, substance abuse, or mental health issues, provides funds for additional mental health workers, and promises to expand community-based mental health and addiction services. It will be paid for with a nearly $6.4 billion bond. Counties currently receive 95% of the state taxpayer behavioral health funds. Prop 1 changes that to 90%, with $140 million going back to the state annually. And that makes some county policymakers nervous.
I look at places like Los Angeles County, where there's 10 million people, or Sacramento County, where there's close to 2 million people, or San Diego, where there's close to 3 or 4 million people. So sometimes the state's focus is on those population centers and not necessarily here in the Central Valley.
Homeless advocates say 11,000 beds spread statewide won't do enough.
120 beds, 200 beds in Fresno is just not enough to even start the program here. Let's get the beds, enough beds to scratch the surface, and then let's start talking about, who is this really for? Just the unhoused, or is it the housed also?
First Mayor Jerry Dyer told us last week he believes Prop 1 will make a real difference locally and statewide.
It's easy to call in and complain about homeless people in the middle of the street or in your neighborhood or in your park. But what do we do with those people? And what's important is that we have facilities for them that they can be placed into.
Ben Morris, KSEE24, local news that matters.
Coming up, spring is here and it's time to roll up your sleeves and put on your volunteer cap as the city's annual cleanup event is almost here. Everything you need to know to take part is coming up later.
We are warming up for a few days, especially on Wednesday being the warmest day of your work week. We also have some possible strong wind in the Mojave Slopes, and rain returns later this week. This is your 4-day allergy forecast brought to you by Bob's Allergy. Maple, ash, and elm are your top pollens. Medium high for Tuesday, high for Wednesday, medium Thursday, and medium high for Friday. Stick with us. We'll be right back.
We're honoring great local businesses and student entrepreneurs. Join KSEE24 and the Fresno Chamber of Commerce for the Valley Business Awards, presented by Central Valley Community Bank and Fresno State, highlighting the success and creativity of our Valley's outstanding entrepreneurs. Meet the winners and hear their stories. Thursday at 7 on KSEE24.
The moment I loved our Subaru Outback most was the moment they walked away from it.
Mom! Thank goodness.
And that's why our family will only drive a Subaru.
Subaru. More IIHS Top Safety Pick Plus awards than any other brand. Love, it's what makes Subaru, Subaru.
Come find your new Outback at Subaru of Fresno during the Subaru A Lot to Love event.
Last week, Jimmy was full of surprises. Achoo! This week, there's Maya Rudolph, Jerry Seinfeld, Zoe Saldana, Sarah Paulson, and tonight, Shakira chats and performs. New Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon.
This is your invitation to experience a feeling only found in a Lexus SUV.
Yeah, hardcore girls blowing up, we never stop. Tell me what you want, tell me what you want, tell me what you want. Change the world, get on top.
Experience the versatility of the Lexus line of SUVs and some of the best offers of the year on select models at the Invitation to Lexus sales event.
You're watching KSEE 24, local news that matters.
Good evening to you. I'm forecaster Karen Cruz Orduña in for Chief Meteorologist AJ Fox. Today was a pretty good day to go out and about, to really go on a run, a hike, or really walk your dog. We did get a high of 65 degrees. We're usually at around 69 degrees. For those of you who do want to wake up early and watch that sunrise, it is scheduled for 6:53 in the morning, and sunset, well, that is scheduled for 7:17 in the evening. Now, we did get some rain since the weekend, over the weekend, I should say. And since midnight, we didn't get much rain, though, except in the south area in Porterville, less than 1/10 of an inch. But that will change. Those numbers will change as we go into the week this week, as we are expecting some rain. For our temperatures today, we are looking in the 50s and 40s, just depending where you are located. Lemoore, 46, Hanford, 54, Visalia, 54, Madera, 50 degrees, Porterville, nice and chilly at 47 degrees. We did get a high pressure. It is hanging out with us at this time, bringing some warmer temperatures in parts of the region at this time. 4-degree increase in Fresno, Hanford at 1, Visalia at 3, and you do see there is a slight decrease in Lemoore and Porterville, and there is a slight increase in Merced. Now, like I said, there is a high pressure hanging out with us at this time, bringing those toasty conditions, especially on Wednesday being the warmest day of your work week. For the next 24 hours, we will expect some cloud cover, some sunshine as well, and some breezy conditions too. We will see some little patches of green and also some pink and purple in the foothills and mountain areas for the next 24 hours too. So just be mindful of that for those of you who are planning to be out and about. Now, when it comes to that futurecast rain, Wednesday night, we won't see much rain. You do see we are mostly under 1/10 of an inch with the exception of Fresno, but that will change as we go into the week this week, including the snow in the mountain areas as well. Now, we do have some watches and warnings. We have a wind advisory specifically for the Mojave Slope Desert, and it can get as windy as between 30 to 40 miles an hour northwest winds, and gusty as up to 55 miles an hour. For here locally, our future wind shows us in the double digits on Tuesday at around 4:45 p.m., 13 miles an hour in Fresno. Yosemite also at 13, goes down to the singular digit overnight and into Wednesday morning, but as we go into the afternoon on Wednesday, those double digits do pick up, especially in the North Valley area. So definitely be mindful for those of you who are planning to be out, as we are going to anticipate some rain too on Wednesday evening. This is a live look outside of our KSEE 24 studios, brought to you by Eagle Mountain Casino. You can see some cloud cover as well. It is a full moon tonight as well, so you guys can definitely enjoy that lovely moonlight outside. Now, our air quality for tomorrow expected to be good across the region. Your solar forecast brought to you by Leeser Plumbing and Heating. You do see those energy savings dropping, and that's because of that low pressure system. Our forecast for tonight expected to be in the 40s in most parts of our region, and in the next coming days we are going to anticipate some rain. But before we dive into that rain, we are going to see some pretty dry conditions for tomorrow and into a little bit on Wednesday at around maybe 7:00 p.m. That's when the rain is expected to kick in, and that's according to the models. We could possibly see a little bit of sprinkles on Thursday, then the rain returns on Friday, and then those cooler conditions just stick around. But for more information on your weather, visit yourcentralvalley.com. Catherine, do you have any plans between now and the weekend?
I'm going to have to take a look at when that rain kind of comes in, because I
know you have a dog. So
I do. We like to walk a lot. Yes, we do. But, you know, if it's raining, he doesn't like to. I don't like to go. He doesn't care. He doesn't care. I don't like it when he gets all wet and dirty, but we will have to see, but I'm sure you will keep us updated.
Definitely.
All right, thank you so much. It's now time to check in with Scott Bemis. Scott, what's going on today?
Well, we're going to be talking some high school baseball, Kat, as the Fresno Easter Classic gave us a terrific matchup Monday night. And Jalen Green continues to make Bemis' best his personal playground. What he did Monday to get my attention. Next at Sports Central.
Nominate an exceptional local educator at yourcentralvalley.com/educator of the week. Highlighted educators receive classroom supplies and honor wall recognition. Watch their stories Wednesday at 5 on KSEE 24. Educator of the Week, brought to you by our local partners.
Imagine yourself in a new Toyota.
Wow.
Nice. Thanks, bud.
Get low 3.99% APR on Highlander or choose a low lease on RAV4. Toyota, let's go places.
Take that up a little bit higher. You should feel that, like right back here.
Oh, yeah, I felt that.
Good. That is so much better than last week.
Thanks. I've been doing them every night while I'm watching TV.
Oh, what are you watching?
It's a mystery.
High quality care that meets you where you are.
KSEE 24 News is brought to you in part by T-Mobile.
Imagine yourself in a new Toyota.
Wow.
Nice.
Thanks, bud.
Get 1.99% APR on Tundra or check out the all-new redesigned 2024 Tacoma. Toyota, let's go places.
We're honoring great local businesses and student entrepreneurs. Join KSEE 24 and the Fresno Chamber of Commerce for the Valley Business Awards, presented by Central Valley Community Bank and Fresno State, highlighting the success and creativity of our Valley's outstanding entrepreneurs. Meet the winners and hear their stories. Thursday at 7 on KSEE 24.
Men and women both face factors that can impede normal hair growth and trigger hair loss. Well-Rooted Hair and Scalp Clinic has helped thousands of happy patients address hair loss and scalp disorders. Book your free consultation and get your hair loss under control. Scan now for details.
Now, Sports Central, presented by Toyota.
It's spring break for schools around the Central Valley, which means the annual renewal of a great high school baseball tradition, the Fresno Easter Classic. 65 total games over 3 days in this tournament. Good one here. Clovis hosting Bullard Monday night. The Cougars sending North Carolina commit John Caston to the mound. Tyler Cheney helping his pitcher's cause here with the diving catch and right. Caston went 8 shutout innings, only allowing 1 hit, but he was matched by San Diego State commit Keenan Gomez for Bullard. How about that play right there from Bullard second baseman Hunter Hopkins? We remained scoreless through 8 innings, but J.D. Sales' Cougars would win on a walk-off single in the 9th. They take it 1-0. The Cougars went 2-0 on day 1. Earlier in the day, Buchanan was hosting Edison. The Bears off to a slow start under their new head coach, former big leaguer Troy Gloss. But the Bears would have no problems with the 6-4 Tigers Monday. Top 4 Parker Heinz hustling home from third on a wild pitch that made it 5-0 Bears. A few batters later, Brennan Johnson gonna rip one to left center. Kai Butler's gonna score. Buchanan wins 10-0 in 5 innings. The Bears now 4-6 overall. Monday was also day 1 of the Fresno State Classic Golf Tournament at Copper River Country Club. It's hosted by the Bulldog women, and they were in second place out of 21 teams when the second of 2 rounds Monday was suspended due to darkness. Meantime, also wanted to mention that Bulldog men's golfer Matthew Manganello has a 3-shot lead with 1 round to play at the Oregon Duck Invitational in Eugene. Finally, to that video from Monday, a little better than the rest. It's Bemis' best.
It's a point of emphasis.
Rocket turned it over. Kamara turned it over. Here's Green streaking the other way. And the Rockets have regained the lead.
Jalen Green's middle name should be Bemis' best because he's become a regular here in recent weeks. That dunk, part of a 27-point night as the Rockets won their 9th straight game, which perhaps more importantly, once again, gets the San Joaquin Memorial alum a coveted spot in Bemis' best. Jalen, your thoughts on that dunk?
I mean, I realized I took 3 dribbles, so I was just hoping. Yeah, I was just hoping at that point. But once I seen I was floating to the rim, I was like, okay, I could dunk this.
The Central Valley native emerging as a potential star here as of late. He's now scored at least 26 points in 6 straight games. And the Warriors better look out because the Red Hot Rockets are now just a half game back of Golden State for 10th in the West, the position that gets the final play-in spot. We'll be right back.
Ask anyone who gave the keys to their kid.
Or had an emergency in the middle of the night.
Ask anyone whose friend desperately needed a burrito and a hug.
From electrified hybrids that just keep going
to Honda sensing safety features.
There are lots of reasons to buy a Honda.
But you know the real one.
Honda is dependability.
Ask anyone who owns a Honda.
Get a great deal on the Accord Hybrid at your Central Valley Honda dealer.
It was my first accident ever. I was like shaking, I was so scared. When I first reached out to Jacoby & Myers, I didn't know if I had a case or not. As soon as I got a hold of my attorney, she was very, very nice, very kind. Because of Jacoby & Myers, I don't have that pressure to worry about a medical bill or things like that. If I know of any accident, I'm like, call Jacoby & Myers, they'll help you.
Jacoby & Myers, because everyone deserves justice.
We do continue to keep a close eye on our southern border.
If you want to cover the border,
we got this really rare opportunity to go on this exclusive ride-along with Mexican military.
You have to be at the border.
We are live right now with the Cochise County Sheriff. We're literally flying alongside the wall here.
Trust News Nation to bring you the whole picture.
It's important for News Nation to be boots on the ground, showing you exactly what's happening.
News Nation. News for all America.
Summer's on the horizon, and it's time to transform your backyard into a party paradise with W Furniture. Discover our 10 Gem Splash Series, the essence of outdoor comfort. Visit our Clovis store and step into a world where backyard dreams come to life. It's never too early to order. Ensure your summer is furnished with style and comfort from your poolside and beyond. W Furniture helps you find the perfect addition to your cherished spaces. W Furniture, crafting your summertime story with every piece.
If you're searching for a hair solution, look no further. Dr. Majoubi at Maj Medical Clinic regenerates hair growth through the process of PRP and stem cell treatments. And the results are amazing. Experience the possibilities. Call and make your appointment today.
Now YourCentralValley.com pros who know.
Messy garage? Get organized with custom cabinets, shelving, and countertops to make life a little less stressful. Call for a free design consultation.
For more expert advice, go to YourCentralValley.com/pros who know.
This is KSEE 24 News at 11.
Today, Fresno Mayor Jerry Dyer announcing registration is now open for the 2024 Great American Cleanup event. The event is part of the Beautify Fresno initiative, which is aimed towards inspiring residents and business owners to take action to make Fresno a cleaner and greener place to live. The cleanup event is on April 20th this year, with cleanups at 20 different locations across the city. Those locations cover every area of Fresno, including downtown, Chinatown, Highway City, and Woodward Park. Registration is open to volunteers of all ages. After the cleanup event, there will be an after party in the Fresno Grizzlies parking lot with free food, music, activities for kids, and free t-shirts. There is a link on our website to sign up. Just head to YourCentralValley.com. And tickets are now on sale for the 110th Clovis Rodeo. It's on April 24th through the 28th. Prices range from $20 to $35 with no extra charge for concerts. We have a link at YourCentralValley.com. Last year, more than 50,000 fans visited over the rodeo for 5 days of fun. And coming up on KSEE 24 News at 11, your furry friend may be able to understand more than you think. A recent study proves dogs do, in fact, understand some of what we have to say. We'll have more after the break.
It all starts with a Chevy truck. Chevy Silverado with the TurboMax engine and best-in-class standard torque. And Chevy Silverado HD with up to 14 available camera views. Do more in a Chevy truck. Get yours now. Get $5,000 total value on Silverado, LTZ, and High Country models when you trade in an eligible vehicle. Or during Chevy truck season, get as low as 0.9% financing in all 2024 Silverado 1500 pickups.
Visit your participating Central Valley Chevrolet dealers.
Got a plumbing leak or high water bill? Contact American Leak Detection, the industry leader in non-invasive, accurate leak detection and plumbing repair services. Our extensive knowledge and specialized equipment mean we'll find your leaks and fix them quickly. If you have plumbing problems, we're on it. From residential plumbing repipes to main water line repairs, even water heater replacements. When your insurance company asks you to call a plumber, American Leak Detection is your one-stop shop. Set up your leak detection inspection or plumbing repair today.
I did know that back pain, foot pain come along with the job of waiting tables.
This is Tony.
Things that I've tried have failed.
And this is Tony's Good Feet story.
Before my arch supports, I felt defeated, but since getting the arch supports from the Good Feet store, I have had no pain, which still is kind of crazy to me. I'm more positive. It's like opening up a whole new life, like sunshine coming out. I would recommend it to anyone. You've tried everything that's not working, give it a try.
See how we can help you too at the Good Feet store.
Royal Furniture is having a huge tax sale going on now. How huge? How about a huge floor model liquidation sale with 30 to 50% off? We have everything your home needs. Check out our American-made custom sofas. Royal Furniture features fast delivery, great prices, and excellent customer service. Open 7 days a week and family-owned for 15 years. Royal Furniture's huge floor model liquidation sale on now with 30 to 50% off at 5243 North Blackstone in Fresno. Royal Furniture.
Did you know taking Zysol at night relieves allergies while you sleep? So you wake refreshed for a more productive day. Get 24-hour continuous relief that does not fade. Be wise all, take Zysol at night.
At Central Floor Supply, we have the floors your home has been dreaming of. Our new showroom is filled with name brand waterproof flooring and luxurious carpet. Like our Mohawk Revwood Select with a lifetime all-pet warranty. Before you go to the big box stores, come check us out first. We have better selection, better quality, and much better prices. Save time, save money, and save the headache. For the best in flooring and real customer service, visit Central Floor Supply and see why so many people say,
"You gotta go CJ."
Kids grow up before our eyes.
Do you need help? I get to myself.
But something can be growing that we don't see. It's what doctors call toxic stress. Learn 4 things you can do to overcome toxic stress at first5california.com.
Hey everyone, Dakota Fanning is here tonight. Plus, we have talk and a performance from Shakira and comedian Mo Gilligan. It's a great show tonight.
Listen to this. A new study suggests dogs can understand better than we think. Bradley, my dog, I hope you're watching. Scientists say they have brainwave evidence to prove it. Research placed electrodes on the heads of 18 dogs and found out that the animals not only recognized patterns of sounds coming out of the owner's mouths, they also realized certain words referred to specific objects. Out of all those objects, the most common were, of course, ball, leash, but also phone and wallet.
Ooh, okay.
I guess maybe we're going for a walk. I'm listening. Oh, I need my wallet. I need my phone. Maybe they recognize that.
Yes.
Good dog walking mother, yes or no?
Yes, for tomorrow.
Okay.
And a little bit on Wednesday. If you take a look at the 7-day forecast, we are staying dry tomorrow and Wednesday as well, up until around 6 or 7 p.m. as we are anticipating some rain showers. So, Catherine, you can take your dog, maybe test those words, and
of course.
go from there. Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much, and thank you for watching. Hope you have a great night. We will be right back here tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Thursdays at 6 on KSEE 24. Join me as I take you on a tour of the people and places that made history right here in our backyard. This week, a town named for a Catholic saint, or not, on the map.
Brought to you by the Fresno County Historical Society.
I'm Danger, a gimmick in insurance ads used to scare you, but not AAA.
Since we don't use gimmicks, why are you here?
Outsmart scare tactics and choose coverage confidence from AAA. For the